There are a lot of chart experts who will all tell you the same thing. You'll get rich if you can make it through this. You'll get to where we've all been waiting for, which is pretty much all season if you can make it through this latest dump. That will still happen soon enough if history repeats itself. As I go on, I'll keep giving a lot of reasons, some big ones, why it makes sense to think that is the most likely outcome. Even though I say I do, I really do not know what will happen. I'm not sure. It makes the most sense to me to think that, yeah, of course that's coming, though. That will happen, of course. Without a doubt, that's what makes sense. Okay, great. Sometimes the unlikely happens in life, and we're all caught off guard. Then we can look back at what happened and ask ourselves, what did we not properly consider? Okay, it might be one of those times. Is that likely? No way. Without a doubt, not. The most likely thing that will happen is that we will get better after this. Bitcoin is going to have its last stratospheric rise. During every alt season in the history of the crypto market, the Russell 2000 has had to take off small cap stocks. This is exactly what will happen. Yes, I know it's only been around for about 16 years, but that has always been the case. That will happen. XRP will be a part of it. When things are like that, I think XRP will either be the biggest winner or one of the biggest winners because it's been unfairly slowed down for so long. XRP is no longer tied down, though. The law has finally been made clear on XRP, and this is the first time in history that the war on crypto has ended in the United States, which has the biggest stock market in the world. There is no doubt that this is the most likely outcome. There are a lot of smart people and analytics firms out there who use real data to come to these kinds of conclusions rather than just spouting emotion because of what they want to happen. I'm going to talk about some of these conclusions in this video, along with the views of a few analysts on what will happen with XRP in particular. But before I go any further, I want to be clear. There is no money history of any kind for me. $670. Okay, so we're mostly up. Prices have been moving sideways lately, with only a small rise in the last 24 hours. I did say that not long ago, but it's clear that we had a noticeable drop the other day. You may have seen how crazy the markets are getting. A lot of people in the market are freaking out here. That might have made you wonder, was that it? Is that the worst that can happen? Either the answer is yes, or we'll go down a bit more, and then the answer will be yes. We're probably pretty close either way, especially if you believe this. This is a post from Nentropic. This is run by the people who helped start Glassnode and Swissblock, two great entities that do statistics on blockchain. And this is what they said last night. Our big reset and bottoming signal today was brought to your attention by Swissblock. The last 7 big bottoms have all been found by this same signal. It's getting better. Watch out over the weekend because short cash will be taken out next. It sounds like you really believe that, but remember that it's not just your view. Yes, it's just my view, but it's based on facts. This is the post from Swissblock that shows why they think this. You can see it right there on your screen. After all of this, there is a world bottom and capital rotation. That's the top yellow line. Then there is what is called aggregated impulse at the very bottom. So this is what they said. In the reset phase, the last 7 times this signal went off since 2024, it marked a major bottom. This is again from the on-chain analytics company Swissblock. What did you do next? Bitcoin went up 20 to 30%. It went up 50 to 150% for altcoins. Also, I'd like to take a moment to point out that the real chance to become rich and change your life is no longer in Bitcoin. Not right now. Of course, everyone has their own idea of what's life-changing. It's also fine if you hold for a very long time. It's fine if Bitcoin ever reaches $1 million. For some people, that might still be a big deal compared to how things are now. That might take a long time, though. Also, that's almost a 10-fold rise. How much easier is it going to be to get a 4-fold rise in almost any currency, even XRP? So altcoins are where you can really get rich and change your life. Back to the beginning of 2024, this kind of brings that point out. Yes, Bitcoin has gone up 20 to 30% since then, but altcoins and XRP are up 50 to 150%. It's clear that XRP went up a lot more than 150%. It had been stifled for years by outside forces. In other words, it was up about 600% between its peak before the election and after. In that neighborhood, but it's clear that it's gone down a bit because the market has gone down. We're not done yet, though. Obviously, that's going to get worse in the end, right? Anyway, they say that we keep an eye on this with the market's most accurate tops and bottom signal. Impulse is grouped by altcoin vector. It looks at the exponential price structure of the 350 most valuable assets. What does it say now? 22% of altcoins have a poor trend. In the past, bottoms have formed in the 15% to 25% range. When the reset is over, ETH and other altcoins usually go first in the next turn. We're seeing it happen right now. In other words, it's just one more fact that you can use to say, history does rhyme with itself. You can see it very clearly. It's right there on your screen. Will things be different this time? Those are, after all, famous last words. Things will be different this time. It's almost never different in a way that matters. Yes, sometimes. Not often, no. Without a doubt not. Without a doubt not. This is a post from Alex Way, a chart expert. He sent this to the 191,000 people who follow him on X. These are charts of the Bitcoin price, but as we said before, the whole asset class moves together, which is why this is important for you as an XRP user. He got 2017 on the left. This shows what took place. This is what he says about where we are now. He also slapped 𝗙𝗡, the 2017 fractal down here. So now you can see if history will repeat itself. What do you think that means? Bitcoin is worth a lot more now. And the more Bitcoin prices rise, the better it will be for XRP, because people will eventually take profits from Bitcoin and put those profits into coins that haven't gone up a lot at that point. Also, I know that XRP has already gone up a lot since November, but generally it has had two main legs. They get their first one, which we've already seen, and then things stay the same for what could be over 6 months. Then they get their second one. Some credible chart experts say that we're in an extended cycle right now because of debt refinancing and how that affects global M2.